Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of RC Classic Garage. Today we have something very special where I'll be giving you a garage update and taking you through all the cars that are currently in the collection. In order to cover all of the cars currently in the garage, we'll start off here in the UK with these 5 cars. We'll then need to hop on a plane and fly for 10 hours to South Africa, where we will view the other 4 cars which are currently in the garage. This is my 1968 E-Type 4.2 Series 1.5 Jaguar. This car is a very original, good survivor car. It was unused for the best part of 25 years plus, and I've been doing a mini restoration and modernization series on this car. So do look at some of the videos where we have been modernizing and bringing this car back to life. And because the car is unrestored and in relatively good condition, the idea of this car is just to modernize, maintain, and take it to as many car shows as possible and just use it and enjoy it. This is my 2001 Ferrari 360 Spider. It's been in the collection for about 3 years now. This Ferrari is used and enjoyed. It has over 50,000 miles and regularly makes appearances at various events around the UK. Ever since I was a kid, I've dreamed of owning a Ferrari. And my ultimate Ferrari was a Ferrari 308. So 3 years ago, I set out to buy my first Ferrari and eventually settled on this 360. So I've done a few videos on the channel on what to look out for when buying one of these Ferrari 360s, as well as what it costs to maintain and keep running. But definitely something I've enjoyed owning, and a Ferrari that I intend to keep for the longer term. Next we have my 1969 Alfa Romeo 1750, and this is a GTV Mark 1. This car was bought in 2009, so it's been in the collection for the best part of 14 years. What really attracted me to this car many years ago is that the car has very little rust and is in very good condition. I've maintained the car over the years, and this car is really usable and gets used and enjoyed as much as possible. So this is a 105 series car, and these 1750 GTVs are arguably one of the more desirable of the range. This is a matching numbers car, and other than a little bit of paintwork and an interior refresh, the car is pretty original. When we get down to South Africa in the latter part of the video, you'll see that I have the Jaguar Spider as well, which is the convertible for the same range. Next we have my 1959 MGA twin cam. I've owned this car for the best part of 13 years. It's been an absolute joy to own and maintain. The car has been fitted with a pushrod motor, so it has lost its original twin cam engine, but a fairly rare car, and as I say, has been fitted with a pushrod engine, which makes it really usable and reliable. Next we have the latest car to join the collection, which is this 1968 Fiat 500F. So I bought this car for a number of reasons. One, it was a right-hand drive, and the second most appealing reason was that the car had been fully restored and only had 200 miles since a complete restoration. So having had the car for a few months now, I am really happy with the work that was done to the car. The car is usable, reliable, and I do really enjoy using it. So I'm a big Italian car fan. As you've seen, I got the Ferrari, I've got the Alfa GTV here. When we get to South Africa, I've got a further 2 Alfa Romeos that you'll see there. But I really believe all car collections should have a Fiat 500, and I've been really happy with this purchase. So these are the 5 UK cars. Let's leave the UK winter, get onto a plane, head on down to South Africa and see the remaining cars. So an overnight flight down to South Africa, arriving in the South African sunshine, and then a short internal flight, and we arrive at our final destination. So welcome to South Africa, where it's a nice warm sunny day, and we'll start the tour of this part of the collection with my ACCobra. And this is where it all started for me personally with this car. So I built this ACCobra. Took me probably about 5 years to build this car, and it's been registered and on the road for 22 years. Everything I know about cars and my love of cars and working on cars, I learned from building this car. This car has been absolutely amazing to own for the last 22 years. It is now patinaed pretty well with all the leather in the interior. And the car has a Ford 302 Windsor V8 engine. So when building this kit, you start off with a purpose-built chassis, which was made by ACCobra. You then put a Jaguar XJ6 front and rear suspension in the car, and put your selected engine, which, as I said, this is a Ford 302 V8 5-litre engine, and then assemble the car again with a shamrock body, and this is the outcome. Next is my 1967 Alfa Romeo Duetto Spider. This car was bought as a restoration project about 20 years ago, and then went under restoration probably 15 years ago, and so has been on the road running restored in this condition for about the last 15 years. So as I mentioned earlier in the video when we were looking at the 1750 GTV, this is a Spider version of that car. So really nice having the combo of the two cars in the collection. And this is the 1600, also known as the Roundtail Spider or the Duetto Spider. And since this car's restoration, it's been used over the years for many events, rallies and classic car runs, and has appeared very regularly at car shows. So it is really used and enjoyed. And now we get to the workshop part of the garage. And this is my Porsche 928 S4. And the nice thing about this car is it's a manual. So again, this car has been in the collection for the best part of 10 years. And it's regularly been taken to events, used and enjoyed. So as this car is a manual, this car's in the process of having its gear linkages changed. We've just changed the rear linkage and we're busy changing the front linkage. So I will put a video of changing the gear linkages on the Porsche 928 manual in a future video. But this is the 928. So the plan with this car is to get the gear linkage changed, get this back on the road and use and enjoy this car. This is my 1960 Alfa Romeo 2-litre touring Spider. This is a complete restoration project that I started restoring this car about 10 years ago. So this car was completely stripped to a bare shell. It was then sent away for sandblasting and bead blasting. The bodywork took a few years as we fixed all the rust and then sprayed in this beautiful grey. And now we're in the process of putting the car back together. So where the restoration process is at the moment is that we're having the engine completely rebuilt at the moment. It has been rebored with new pistons, rings, crank bearings. So the engine is in the process of being rebuilt, and then we'll need to get on and complete the interior as the car is still mostly in boxes. So the plan with this car is to finish the engine and gearbox rebuild, get that put in, and then get all the parts out of the boxes and where they're stored at the back of the garage, and get the car completely reassembled and back on the road. It's really going to be enjoyable to have this car back on the road after what will be probably 12 years when we finish the restoration. This channel is all about sharing the ownership experience of all of these cars. I maintain most of them myself and upload the videos of what it takes to work and maintain these cars, and also take them to as many car shows as I can where they can be used and enjoyed. So please do like and subscribe to the channel, and see you all next time.